Thank you for viewing our demonstration of Ease Diagnostics Generic PC Scan Tool version 8. I will be demonstrating some of the many features of the scan tool that will allow you to fix cars faster. I've already opened up the scan tool and I have a wireless vehicle interface connected to a 2004 Chevy Silverado 2500 with a 6-liter engine. From the main task screen you can launch to many of the features of the scan tool. I'm just going to select Scan New Vehicle, and from here we can either enter a VIN, or you see some of the other information on the screen, or you can manually select it. So I have a 2004 Chevy Silverado. It's a heavy duty and it's a 6-liter. VIN 8 is a U and it's a gasoline engine. Simply click OK. Again, we are in the generic scan tool, so you simply select OK. It's going to connect. It's going to scan through the various protocols as it's attempting to connect to the vehicle. You see it is connecting to the vehicle, finding the capabilities. It's going through the DTCs, determining what PIDs are supported on the vehicle. You see the vehicle that I selected in the vehicle summary at the top. Simply click OK. And from here we go right to the data grid, so you can see it automatically starting scanning parameters, and we always do a DTC scan search in the beginning to alert you if there's any error codes in the vehicle. There are in this case, but we're going to get to those later. From the data grid, this is your main screen where you can see all the data on the vehicle, and we started sampling 7 parameters. If you want to see more, simply click the plus sign to add a row. So you can see we quickly added some PIDs to the screen, or hit minus and you see it up there, it says sample faster. So we can easily take some away. There's various sort features. Just click on any of the columns. You could sort by value, sort by unit. And you can also select some of these parameters as you're going through the tool that you want to focus on. So I'm going to take a look at short-term fuel trim. See, I just double clicked on it, it turned yellow. So many of you are familiar with the lock feature. See, it's locked in place as I'm scanning through the rest of the list. Now I'm going to look for RPM. Double click that. That's locked in place. So you can see I can also scan through the rest of the list. There's a lot of other features in the scan tool here also. You can see I can go to double column mode and see them that way. And again, you can add and subtract. And there's a few other features here, and we're going to get to those, many other features of the tool in some other videos. One of the things I'm also going to do is we're going to go back to single column, and these are some pretty slick features. You can turn off the ones you don't want to view, and that makes the sampling rate even faster. You can see over here the RPM and short-term fuel trim updating. You can view the data also in meter mode, one large meter or 4 meters. We only have 2 parameters selected. You can see they automatically just show up in the meters. We can look at min-max average. One of the other very nice features of the scan tool is our high resolution graphing. And you can see I opened it up. The 2 PIDs that were on the data grid, short-term fuel trim and RPM, are automatically selected on the graph for you, and auto scaling and all the data that we had already scanned in is already on the grid also. So if there had been an intermittent, we can simply hit pause and take a look at it back here. If you want to zoom in even more, we have this nice box zoom feature. So you can see I can zoom in, draw the box back the other way, zoom back out, and you can see this RPM is only cycling between like 540 and 600. At a glance you get a really good idea of the parameter spread. Short-term fuel trim, you can see how tight this is. It's between plus and minus 3% roughly. Again, to scroll through the rest of this buffer data, you can see I can, down here in this nice zoom feature, I can zoom in as much as I want, scroll through this buffer. The tool is always recording in the background so you don't miss any intermittent data. To go back to where you were, simply double click, go back over here, so resume scan, and you're back in business scanning the vehicle. There's again quite a few graphing features on all these other selections here. We're going to go through those in some other videos. Now back to the DTCs. Simply click DTC from the toolbar, and you can see on startup we detected that there was an engine misfire detected, and it already has the description here for you. If we wanted to see that on the internet, we just click this little button right here. It goes out to your default browser and searches, and you can see it quickly found quite a few search results for this Silverado with that DTC. So again, it's like having a built-in troubleshooter right out on the internet. We can also, in our generic scan tool, scan for enhanced DTCs, not just generic DTCs. We're going to scan all the controllers on this vehicle that will respond to the generic and J2190 commands. So we'll quickly go through these and let's see what we find on this vehicle. Okay, we finished scanning for enhanced DTCs, and as you can see right in this area here, we actually found 14 stored DTCs on this vehicle. So we can just simply expand this window right here to take a look at what we have. And again, we can sort by description, DTC, module, this is the controller ID number. And those can easily be stored in a report, which I'm going to show you a little later. If you're interested in some emissions related data, if the monitors had run or not, you can simply see them on our inspection and maintenance screen here, whether the monitor is complete or not complete, and some miscellaneous OBD2 information, whether or not the vehicle is in closed loop or open loop. Mode 6, simply click Mode 6 from the toolbar. A sample data pops up and you can see it automatically started scanning for Mode 6 data, captured the results, and determined the values for each of them. It shows up in report mode. You can simply go through each of the pages right here and see whether they passed or failed. Or if you want to get a nice overview of everything, simply click Grid and you can see all the Mode 6 data on a nice condensed screen and whether or not they passed or failed. Mode 9 is where you're going to find your VIN information and calibration IDs. Simply click Mode 9 from the toolbar. And we're going to scan for Mode 9 data. And again, quickly the calibration IDs and CVN values come up and you can see the vehicle identification number down here for this vehicle. Okay, that was a quick capture of all the information on the vehicle. Now if we wanted to store all that, we just open up a report here and you have some various selections as to what you're going to store in your report or not. So I have some stored DTCs, pending DTCs. We'll put in some Mode 9 data and we'll just say View Report. So you can see in seconds a report was generated. You can see your shop information at the top. You can change this logo to your own shop logo. The vehicle that we selected in the beginning, there's our Chevy Silverado. We'll scroll down. All the DTCs are automatically captured and stored in a report. There's our pending DTC. And down here, here's the Mode 9 information with the calibration IDs. We'll close that report. And again, you can just say Save Report to File. I'm just going to type some file name in here right now for retrieval later. We'll say Save, and it's as simple as that. Now, let's say you wanted to record some live data on this vehicle. Simply go to the Record feature, click Record, and you can see on this PC here we can record for quite a few hours. So I'm going to say OK. The tool set up to record the two parameters that we were interested in. It's collecting some startup information down here. It automatically captures DTCs in the recording. We're going to say no. And the tool is ready to go. We're going to say record. I'm going to let it record just a couple seconds here. You can see it recording down here in the bottom toolbar. You can stop a recording, save it at any time. If I'm going to say save recording, again, you can type in some notes right here. The tool has a full built-in word processor. We can save and continue. You can save it and go right into playback. You can go back to scanning the vehicle, or you can just exit and kind of throw it away. So we're going to save and continue doing what we were doing. And then we're going to stop this. We're going to end the recording. And now let's say we want to take a look at that. We're going to go to playback. There's our recording. We're going to say OK. To load it in, you just simply hit playback. Now let's take a quick look. And there's all the data that we just recorded in our recording. So as you can see, that was a pretty quick demonstration of many of the features. I just did a simple walkthrough through the toolbar. There's hundreds of other features in the tools, but I'm going to be covering those in some other videos. So keep your eyes posted.